Welcome to Pull the Pin Ready War Room Edition. Back again is your host Jim.
And your co-host Nate. How you doing, Jim?
Nate Dog. I'm doing all right, man. I have to tell you, man, I've been scavenging all through I didn't see much military news, other than the world news, you know what I mean? So is the military all going smooth or something? What's going on?
Secret, can't tell you.
Classified, right?
What do they
Yeah,
say?
I was just
G30.
saying.
What do they say? G35 classified or whatever they say.
I don't know, dude. But yeah, I did talk to I ran into a recruiter who was trying to act like he was doing great. But I was like listening to all he's saying. He's like, they changed the age like to what it used to be, the cutoff, 35 or something, or 30.
Oh, I don't remember.
Yeah, they changed the age of cutoff and in the reserves too. So yeah, I just found that out from
Up
him.
to
So.
up to something or down to something?
Oh, up. Oh, they raised the age.
Oh.
Obviously, they can't get people in,
What they raise it to?
I think he said either 35 or 30. So I don't remember what it was.
I'm still too old. Darn.
Yeah, me too. I was like, no, I'm retired. I'm not. That's not happening. But all right. So anyway, what's going on, Nate. But anybody out there who's just tuning in doesn't know how we do this on our War Room edition. We just pull some headlines from the media, mainstream media, some non-media, I guess, and we just talk about them like you do, without knowing a damn thing what we're talking about, without reading the articles or anything. But we know a lot more than you because we're veterans, and that matters. And we get 10% discount in a lot of stores.
We're going to headlines. We're going right to headlines. Just going right to headlines.
Pennsylvania's Department of State has sent out 249,000 ballots to unverified voters in 2022 election.
What do they do? Just send them the addresses? Here, you have one. It's like Oprah. You get a ballot. You get a ballot. You get a ballot.
Well, I have to assume so. I have to assume it's got something to do with a database, because either they're looking for names in a database or addresses in a database. They have to be names. It can't really be addresses. So let's say, for instance, I moved recently and I might have two addresses in their database. So they're sending them both, or they're sending to people that used to live at my address, or it's got to be a database issue.
How do they have two addresses in the database? You update your information. You don't add to it. You update it. And
well, that's if they don't replace it. I mean, if they don't change it, like if they don't update their database, then you could have multiple addresses in there.
Trash in, trash out.
Yeah, I mean, it's really that simple, and it's Pennsylvania. It doesn't surprise me. I mean, you would think it's easy, right? You'd think every time you go somewhere like the DMV, like we talked about before, you turn in your ID, whatever. You say, hey, I want to register for, to vote here in the new state. Well, I assume the new state then has to contact the old state, or the old state has to look up your name and confirm that you're no longer resident.
Yeah, maybe.
So who's doing that work?
True.
So there may have been a whole bunch of Pennsylvania must have had an exit, may have had exodus like New York, and a whole bunch of people moved out or got kicked out because they stopped the rent moratorium thing.
That just shows you how good the government is, though.
Right, and you want them to run your healthcare, right?
No, I don't.
Well, I'm just saying you as in people, not you. Of course, you don't.
Yeah, I see how the VA runs healthcare. That's government healthcare. Probably not.
Right. And that's what's funny, because the people that advocate for this stuff, they're not in this healthcare system. You know what I mean?
I got VA benefits and I don't go to the VA.
Yeah, I got VA benefits. I go to the VA and I can tell you how frustrating it is. I have an appointment tomorrow for something that could probably kill me that they discovered 8 months ago.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Glad you finally got in.
Yeah. It's just, anyways. So if I'm not around tomorrow, whatever, for the next episodes, then we'll know why. But
I'll keep them going. I won't have headlines because you get all the headlines. I'll just start talking.
You can pull your own headlines, man. It's not that hard. You really just got to go to a website. But anyway, so yeah, this doesn't surprise me. We're at it again. The worst case about all this? Have we learned anything? Like,
Some of those ballots are going to be counted, and they're not even
of
being
course,
submitted by the correct person.
of course. And I mean, like, is it too much to ask? Like, I know that like the Democrats want to say, voter suppression, and the Republicans, they can fight back and forth all they want. But the common citizen, is it really too much to ask that each person gets one ballot? Like, is it too much to ask?
Mhm.
Like, is that like offensive
Or
or something?
or even a verified ballot. That'd help too.
Right. I mean, like, here's the part that drives me stupid crazy. Who doesn't have a cell phone?
Underprivileged.
No, even them, they get Obama phones. I mean, who does not have a cell phone? Everyone has a cell phone, and because they can ping your information off towers and everything. You have a cell phone. Why is it so hard to get one ballot? Why don't we just start issuing them to each cell phone?
Nah, because how do you verify who has that cell phone? How do you verify who's voting on that cell phone? How do you verify the person over 18 on that cell phone?
Well, I understand, but it's more accurate than 249,000 ballots of people you don't know. All I'm saying is
We'll take
even
the
if we
risk. We'll
started
take the
even
risk.
if we started voting by cell phone, you know what I mean? Like,
You
you
should
know,
vote.
they.
I have an idea. How about we vote by social security number?
Oh, there's an idea.
Hmm.
Imagine that, right? Holy cow! But I guess you still have to prove you live somewhere, right? But then again, if there was,
I don't gotta live
see,
anywhere. As long as I got a social security number, that means I'm legal,
see,
right? I don't gotta
dude,
prove I live anywhere.
that's the scary part of all this, though, because
Well, if you're
they would
voting local,
argue
yeah.
they
If you're
would
voting
argue they
local
want a
stuff,
federal system, right? They would argue they want a federal system, and that's kind of would be conducive to a federal system. If we had one big giant database, everybody got one vote, and you'd know it. But they want a federal system, but then that would screw the local elections.
yeah.
So
And local's where it all starts.
I don't know. Like I said, at the end of the day, I see some of their points. You know what I mean? Like, if we were all being tracked and had chips in the back of our heads, this stuff would be so much easier, right? But they'd still find a way to cheat.
Well, you know who's not cheating?
Yeah, Elon to replace 3,200 Twitter employees with one hardworking immigrant named Omar.
I believe it. I believe it.
And the
And Omar
sad
doesn't
part,
Omar doesn't get offended, does he?
no, the sad part is Omar probably does twice the work that these 3,200 Twitter
He
employees
probably,
do.
I just saw him on a podcast. It had to have been yesterday or today. Yesterday, it must have been yesterday, with one of his employees, and they're asking some type of questions, and she didn't know the answer. He was like, "You're fired." Like legit
Seriously?
fired her right through the show. Boop, see ya.
Wow. Well, good. I mean, good. I heard some of these people were working 4 hours a month, collecting a salary, working just 4 hours a month.
That's how you work the system. Good for them.
I mean, if they're giving the money, but see, the problem is what's going to come out is that they were basically ripping off advertisers. That's what's going to come out.
Oh, I'm sure because
Because
advertisers pays for it all.
yeah, advertisers were
Yeah.
paying for spots when people weren't even getting their advertisements because they're all bots and all that nonsense. So yeah, so whatever. Clean house, good.
I
You
mean,
go, Elon.
well, 4 hours, 3,200 employees, 4 hours, AMAR. You could probably get it done. I mean,
Yeah, right. You probably get good benefits too.
you say 4 hours a month, so yeah, that's not much time.
No,
I,
that's what I'm saying.
I spend more time on this podcast a month than they did working for
I
us.
spend more time on the toilet than they spend
True.
at work. I mean, and I'm not getting paid to take a dump, but if I was, shoot, it's crazy, dude. And
I only poop on company time.
right.
That's it.
Honestly, I'm good for him. Like, I'm glad because, this, I don't know. Did we talk about that video that lady did who worked for like Google or one of those big tech companies? She talked about her day. She went around about her day in the company. How
Oh, I
she
don't
showed
think so.
up and she had little refreshments and little perfume stuff or whatever, like just spoiled rotten. Now, if you could work for a company like that, good on you. The problem is that This people think this is what normal companies are. And they're just like, oh yeah, this is my day. It's so hard. I get to go to the spa in between my, what I mean? Like, what? I mean, good on them. They got the money, but the problem is, where are they getting the money from?
Advertisers.
Mm-hmm.
That's who pays for it all. That's why when I go on the book, I'm like block.
Well, yeah, but look at Google, for example. Look at Google. Google's getting money from advertisers, but you
Oh,
know
yeah.
who the product is? You. They're selling your information to advertisers and making money. And how much are they giving you? What check did you get from Google last month? How much?
Nope.
Take a minute.
Nothing.
Take a minute if you need to look through all your checks.
Yeah. And I'm done. None.
You see what I'm saying? So you're the product. They're selling you to advertisers. They're getting filthy rich, and then they're probably charging you crap. But you know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, you don't get any of that money. So screw Google. I hate Google. Even YouTube. Screw you, YouTube.
Well, this is about Twitter, so.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Anyway, but Twitter was the same way. Twitter is the same thing. A big, and people need to go. They need to go. They need to clean that whole house. They could probably run that whole company.
3,200 more going.
Yeah. Holy, go Amar. He's going to be employee of the month every month.
I don't know what gender Amar is, but neither does this person.
Oh, dude. Transgender male volleyball player seriously injures female student athlete. Did you see the video?
No, I did not.
I saw the video.
He spiked it on her? She spiked it?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
He spiked it right in her face. I mean, she wasn't right up on the net. She was, mid court. But I played volleyball. And I know, I mean, you take a shot to the face, that hurts. And she took a spike from a full-grown man pretending to be a woman and spiked it right in her face. Her neck went back, and yeah, she ended up going to the hospital. Yep. May not even play again. Who knows? All because they want to cater to these men who want to be women.
Woke.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, if that was my daughter, dude, there would be a reckoning. I'm not going to say on here what I would do, but there would be a reckoning. I would probably pull the man's balls off so he could actually be a woman.
Well, I'm guessing
if he did that to my daughter.
I'm guessing it was like, I don't know. I can't tell. It just says male volleyball player, student athlete. Is it a college player or?
Yeah, it was. I want to remember where it was. It might have been it might have been like one of those Hawaii or one of those.
Yeah, I wonder if that ended up in court.
Yeah,
for letting people do that.
And like I said, I mean, even if I'd pull his balls off, I can't really blame him per se. You know what I mean? I can blame him for taking advantage of a system, but it's the people who allow this crap. You cannot tell me that men are not built different than women. Show me one sport where a woman becomes a man and then dominates.
Where a woman becomes a man and then dominates.
Which means a woman competing in a man's sport. Not a man, not a biological man competing in a woman's sport, the other way around. Doesn't happen. I mean, you might have sports like, you might have sports that they call sports like curling or something stupid like that.
Whoa,
but any physically active sports.
You better watch your mouth. You watch curling during the Olympics?
I do. I like curling, but I think it's a dumb sport.
How often do you watch curling?
Only during the Olympics.
Every 4 years. It is fun to watch. I do like watching it.
It is entertaining, but it's just because it's almost like the shuffleboard. Remember, you used to play that in bars.
It is, yeah, it is.
It's kind of a chance game with some skill. That's like I don't know. It's probably more skill than it is chance, but it's entertaining.
Like this dude's like robbing this actual female of her career, kind of like this person's doing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This one's funny too. Arizona gubernatorial candidate Katie Hobbs claims her campaign headquarters was burglarized. Now that headline's deceiving.
You claim, or did you call the cops and get it proven? I mean,
yeah, because I think it was burglarized. I think they did have somebody break in, but they didn't know the motive. I think the motive had nothing to do with politics. I don't know if the guy was like trying to get warm or something. I don't know, something stupid like that.
Well, that's not burglarized if you're getting warm. That's just broken into. Burglarized if you took something, right?
Well, I don't know. I don't know the details of the case, so I'm just making it up anyways. But that is stuff I did hear. I heard something about that. What the point here is that this Katie Hobbs, I don't know if you know the story about her. She's
No.
hiding. She's hiding. She's pulling the Biden campaigning. She's not willing to go and debate or anything like that. She's hiding. So then as soon as this happens, they try to make it like, oh, it's the right-wing Republican rhetoric that's causing this, this story, dude. The same old stuff.
I
You know
saw
what
a
I
lot
mean?
of people that aren't debating right now. They're like, nah, I'm not going to debate.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I already
Well,
know. I didn't know. I already know I'm going to win.
right. Well, yeah, right here. We've already counted the votes before they already happened. So we know we don't need to debate.
We have early voting. I already won.
Biden already made this whole plan, right? He's already got this template, so we don't need to go out and vote or about to campaign.
It's great. It's great.
Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see how it happens again. I don't know. This one might get banned from YouTube anyway. They'll probably say we're spouting misinformation. I don't care,
Well,
dude. I'm almost really done.
You already said screw them, so why would they put
Yeah,
you on there?
well, I mean, you're still reaching people. I'm pretty much done with YouTube anyway. I'm gonna just post stuff just to see what happens with it, but I'm done with them. Because looking right now, what's
We
that?
should do an episode totally on misinformation and see what happens to it.
Right.
Just totally on misinformation.
Well, it doesn't have to be about misinformation. It could be about actual true stuff now, anything COVID, vaccine related, or where the virus came from, any of that stuff now, they're saying, oh, well, look, it did come from a lab. Oh, look, the Pfizer lady said, oh, we didn't study it, so it doesn't supposed to stop. Like all that stuff's coming out now, and they're trying to memory hole it and pretend that it did. I even saw an article about looking for amnesty on the virus stuff. Like they just want to act like it didn't happen because they're all being proved wrong.
It didn't happen, but
right. But they're being proved wrong. All their conspiracies, all the things people got banned for, fired for, all that stuff is turning out to be a big fat lie, and they're going to eat cake, but they're just too proud to do it because they're better than you.
Well, I'm going to guess the big fat lie is that Elon replaced 3200 with Amar.
Well, Mar, yeah, but it's believable, right? I'm glad you caught that. I was about to close the show again without even.
If the number wasn't so high, I could probably agree to it. But I don't know if you caught it, but I've been giving my subliminal messages this show too, because I have a different hat on today. I get a different koozie on today.
Oh, right. Well, yeah.
Just giving a shout out to my team. They're doing pretty good in the NFL right now.
Yeah, they're doing pretty good in every league, and I can't stand them.
You don't like Philly at all?
No, not at all. I used to be New York, being from Jersey. I used to hate New York teams, but after I lived down in South Jersey, hate Philly, hate them. Philadelphia was all over South Jersey. Hate them.
I actually got tickets to Game 5 for the Phillies,
and they're the worst fans in the world too.
You know where the worst fans come from? South Jersey. That's where the damn assholes come from. It's South Jersey.
And they're all Philadelphians.
Godspeed. No. They are South Jerseyans.
They give Philadelphia. Yeah. I lived there. They're bad. All moved to South Jersey.
No.
I'm telling you.
Nope.
All they sell is Philadelphia stuff down there. They don't sell Jersey stuff.
Yeah.
Because they're all Philadelphians.
But it's all South Jersey. It's Jersey people that give Philadelphians a bad name.
I have firsthand
information.
Until then,
Godspeed and pull the pin already.
Screw you. They're all Philadelphians that moved to South Jersey because it was cheaper at the time and they wanted to get away from the trash in Philly. Until then, Godspeed.
And pull the pin already. Boom. Are you ready?
Thanks for joining us here at Pull the Pin Already. We hope you had as much fun as we did. If you like what we do, go ahead and hit that like button and share this video with a friend. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button so you don't miss out on any of our future episodes. But most importantly, leave a comment below. Let us know if you agree or disagree with our opinion. Hope to see you here next time on Pull the Pin Already.